Eddie the Eagle stars Taron, Edgerton, and Hugh Jackman. And what this film is about is this movie is the story of Edgerton, and it's the true story of Eddie the Eagle. He was this kid in the 1980s with the Olympics and slow sloping, and he was one of those kids, ever since he was a kid, all he wanted to do was to be an Olympic athlete. He wanted to win a gold medal. He wanted to change his life. He wanted to be something that other kids could just look up to and be that certain life. And he hasn't had the best of life. His father doesn't like what he does. He just wants him to be this kid who just wants him to work for his business, wants him to make a living instead of chasing his dream. His mom is all for him. But when he finally realizes, he tries everything, he finally realizes, I think I'm going to do ski sloping because I think that would be kind of cool. So he gets Hugh Jackman, who was one of the biggest Olympic guys, and he's just a bust. He doesn't do it no more. And he gets him to train. And pretty much this is the true story of how Eddie the Eagle was an Olympic athlete back in the Calgary Olympics, and how he pretty much changed a lot of America with ski sloping. I went into this movie not seeing any trailers. I haven't watched a single trailer. I've seen a bit on TV commercials. I saw it about a few weeks ago on the 10th. And I'm going to say straight off, I think this is a great film. This is a really good, heartfelt, inspiring film that you can take your kids and family and friends just to see this movie on the matinee on a day where you've already seen enough of Deadpool and The Witch and you just want to go see something lighthearted. This is your movie. First off, let's talk about Taron Egerton. Wow, Taron Egerton is the star of this film. He is absolutely fantastic in this film. You can get that he's goofy and he's a little silly at points and he's very very goofy and very self-centered, but inside that heart he is very, very like a kind-hearted kid who just wants to make something. He wants to be something, and you definitely see that, and he absolutely was fantastic in this film. Hugh Jackman was great in this movie. I loved Hugh Jackman in this film. He was absolutely great in the film. He was really good. I really enjoyed him in this movie because he was in another movie that came out in 2011 called Real Steel, and that was a big surprise as well because I loved Real Steel and he was great. He's also great in this movie. I really, really loved him in this film. He was absolutely awesome playing this kind of Bronson character who is kind of this washout Olympic athlete, and it's so funny. There's some lines the scenes where he's trying to do the ski sloping thing and where he actually tries are freaky as hell. Would I ever do that? Hell no. I'm not going to risk my neck out. I mean, they are terrifying at points. They shot that to really great style. The direction in this film, the way it was shot, the way how they projected and showed the scenes from the way of how he's ski sloping was amazing. The training montages, yes, it is very cliche at points, and you can understand that and the reasons why he wants to do this. The parents, I could understand while they were concerned that the dad just wants him to do something. I understand that. I relate to that as someone who wants to become a film director and wants to try something and wants to be something inspiring as I do. This could have trouble because you have people who just want them to do. They want to make a living. They can't make a living. And how hard it is for someone to make a living is very tough. And this movie pulled off a very, very great thing about it. Yes, the movie has cliches. I can absolutely say cliched to the high heavens, and I understand that. And yes, my negatives are with the film are, yes, the movie is cliched, but it works with those cliches. My biggest problem with the movie, though, is that there's so many subplots in this film that keep going. Like Christopher Walken, he's in one scene of the movie. I'm like, okay, they got Christopher Walken. Okay, I love Christopher Walken. But there's so many subplots, and there's points in this movie where I feel like it focuses so much that I kind of just want to get into this. I understand the story. I don't need to know everything about the film, but you kind of get that. However, I am going to say the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Edgerton is the best part of this movie. It's the best part. They stand out. And with that being said, I think this is a great movie. If you want to go see something at a matinee where you're not seeing Deadpool and you're not seeing The Witch and you're not seeing big movies that are coming out, definitely check out Eddie the Eagle. And for that reason, I'm going to give Eddie the Eagle a B+. This is a great... Know what you guys think of Eddie the Eagle down below. If you guys like what we see here, like, share, subscribe with your friends, and have a great Chris Day.